Hello again, folks. Today I wanted to share a fairly decent fail here. The main issue was just lack of familiarity with the matchup and an overestimation of how not easy it would be, but how not difficult it would be. I'm gonna do something a little different with this fight. I'm gonna start off with my best by putting my best foot forward and putting the best clip I have of vision against Korg here. Um, First, the rest of the attempts are included at the end, in case you want to laugh at me, I guess, or just witness my folly. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, this is my third or fourth revive, and I've only done, 22% Korg or something like that. So it's not going so well. A lot of that is learning the fight as I go, which, yeah, is not not what you want to do when you're facing a Korg with the high attack and you're committed to a run. I should have made myself familiar with this matchup inside Story Quest somewhere. Um, Pretty much anywhere outside of the Abyss. And I didn't much have that option. I guess I could have done some duels and whatnot with a 3-star, but even then, I'm not going to get the length of fight that I need out of Korg to realize my plan. Now, my strategy for the most part was going to be to use my special 3 to remove Korg's rock shields. After you remove a full set of rock shields, like something like 8 times, and then maybe 9, I can't remember exactly, he no longer gains them, and at that point he stops shrugging off your debuffs. You're free to parry him, you're free to armor break him, armor shatter him, get your cold snap on him with Aarkus. The cold snap is energy damage, so it's going to be increased against Korg. It's only a 20% increase, but yeah, it's not bad. It's a significant dot throughout the fight if you can keep it up and get it going. Unfortunately, I made so many errors in this fight, and probably out of frustration, just wasn't playing well. And I wasn't able to realize any of that for any significant amount of time. In this attempt, I do, if I remember, I do. I get him down to where he's not proccing his rock shields anymore, and I'm in a good position to start really dealing some damage. I have plenty of Abyss charges left on him to give me room to work, but I fail the last hit of his special 2, take a bleed and almost die, and after that, like, fail a parry or something and just let him smack me in the face. And after that, it's just total frustration. I gave up and surrendered. I went in with Doom, who was my backup option for this. Unfortunately, Aarkus wasn't going to be along for any more Korgs inside the Abyss. Doom was going to be do the other 2, and the way I laid out my paths, Aarkus didn't work for any other Korgs. So I kind of blew it by I kind of blew being able to get this fight down by failing to prepare, really, which is what I should have done. I should have just made myself familiar with this fight and not been such a scrub on top of that. There is plenty of fail in these learning clips where you see me trying to heavy punish Korg's heavy. That doesn't work. I'm learning that inside the Abyss. Not a good idea. I'm trying to figure out the timing on how to punish Korg's heavy with light attacks so I don't take the reflective damage. The timing on that is a little funky, and it doesn't always work for me, but I do get to a point where it's fairly reliable. But you'll see here, I'm about to get him down to next to no rock stacks where I can do some work, and Vision does start to do some work, does some decent damage throughout all this with his special 3s and his heavies. but I never really set up the fight well, and unfortunately, that's what I needed to do to make this a reasonable matchup. And you know, like right here, I have him at 20 armor breaks. I have a special 2 ready. I don't armor shatter him. That set myself up really well to get some good damage in, and wasn't able to capitalize on it, unfortunately. It's just all part of the learning process, I guess. I really wish I had other attempts at this fight, but Korg is just buried so deep into the abyss that it's unreasonable for me to go back and do it again. It's almost like on my last run, I almost doubled up the Deadpool Korg Taskmaster Modok path just to do Korg again with Vision. But yeah, that just wasn't reasonable. Traded in all those fights for a Venom the Duck. So I lost my chance, man. I'm never gonna get to like properly do this Korg and realize my plan. Right there, bam. Trying to heavy punish his punny is heavy, and it doesn't work. Gets smacked in the face, lose some HP, and it's just errors like that, not knowing my limits against Korg here, that ended up costing me big time. And well, not big time, but you know, like 5-6 revives, something like that, along with the associated health pots. So it wasn't like a huge loss. I'm still better for the experience, I would say. And my best attempt at Korg is about to come to an end right here, where he hits me. I fail to dex his freaking the end of his special 2 and take a bleed. And for some reason, I'm not running willpower here. I guess I didn't find it too necessary for previous fights, and was trying to save on units, so I didn't spec into it. And you know, even that would help me keep it up longer. And I was like finally set up, and that stupid mistake cost me all sorts of time and effort, and it just helped me to surrender this fight to Doom, when I probably had a good rhythm and had it figured out. But you know, them's the breaks. Now, starting off this fight just showcases how mentally unprepared and out of my element I am here. I start off by hitting him with a medium attack, costing myself upwards to 25% of my hit points. Kind of sets the tone for the rest of the run here against Korg. And it's just full of fail, like screwing up his special 1, screwing up his special 2. Not knowing not knowing my limits and all that, and you know, it's just kind of a comedy of errors at this point. There's some points where I do next to no damage against Korg, and it's just so sad to waste all your resources on that and not see anything come out of it, or not see anything significant come out of it. Really do wish I had another shot at this Korg, but I do not. In closing, I'd say this fight is very much possible with Aarkus. Just you really need to be familiar with the fight and how to get your ins and whatnot. And you need to be comfortable with it, so you're not doing stupid stuff like that, like getting hit in the face needlessly. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you learned not to familiarize yourself with a new matchup inside the Abyss. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.